Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So you all know that in our last class we have done till question number 7 from exercise 8.3. Now in this session we will be continuing with that question number 8, 9, 10 and 11. So question number 8 state that Amina buys a book for rupees 275 and sells it at a loss of 15%. How much does she sell it for? That we have to find it. Very simple, very logical question. We have done this sum in the previous question also. So Amina is buying a book. Whenever we are buying, then whether it is SP or CP. SP means selling price and CP means cost price. So it means it is CP. So CP or a cost price of a book is equal to rupees 275. Now she is selling that book at what? Loss of 15%. So what is given? Loss percentage is given, that is 15% is given. Now how much does she sell it for? How much does she sell it for? That we have to find. That means we have to find the selling price. I have already given you the formula in the last class that whenever we have cost price, loss percentage, we can use the formula that is selling price of a book. We have got one formula, that is 100 minus loss percentage divided by 100 into SP is the formula. Okay. Sorry, here I have mistakenly written SP. It is CP because we have to find the SP, and whenever the formula is to find the CP, then it is 100 divided by 100 minus loss percentage into SP. But whenever we are finding SP, that is whenever loss percent is given and cost price is given, then 100 minus loss percentage divided by 100 into CP. Okay. Now 100 minus what is the loss percent is given? 15. Put the value there. Divided by 100. And what is the CP here? That is cost price 275. Okay. Now you start solving. 100 minus 15. 5 there. Now 9 minus 1 is 8, so it is 85. Okay, divided by 100 into 275. Now you start cutting it. You know how to deduct this? So 5, 275. 5 5s are 25 and 5 5s are 25. So 5 20s are 100 and 5 55s is 275. You can cut it more. 5 4s are 20, 5 11s are. Now anything can be deducted? I don't think, because over there we have 85 and here it is 11, which is not divisible by 4 both the numbers. So let us multiply now 85 into 11, because we have to multiply this two number. So 5 here 8, 5 here 8, 5, 8 plus 5 is 13, 8 plus 1 is 9, 935 divided by 4. Now this cannot be the SP, so we have to convert this into point, decimal point. Okay, 935. So after dividing, what I got is, I got 233.75. So this is our selling price at the loss of 15%, which she bought at rupees 275. Okay, so this is very simple logical thing. You just need to know the formula whenever we are finding the SP and CP when loss percentage is given. Very simple, right? Alright, proceeding to the next question, that is question number 9. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. That is, principal is given, rate is given, and the time is given, that is 3 years. Now this term which we are using here, principal, rate, time, this we have not discussed in our previous class. This is very absolutely new term to us. But remember, boys and girls, you people are solving the sum which is very useful for your higher and higher classes. Okay, so principal means the money. Suppose you are taking some loan from your friends. Suppose say you are taking 50 rupees loan from your friends. Okay, and you have to pay rupees 55 after a few months. Okay, so what is this 50? This is the principal amount you are taking. What is this? This is 50, this is also rupees which we are taking for which we have to pay as an amount. Why? Because amount means it is principal plus interest. Not only principal we have to return, along with the interest if you are returning, then that will be considered as amount. But if suppose you have to pay only 50 only, what if that may be also the condition. Some of the friends may be very good, so they will say no need to give, then it will be also considered as 50 rupees only. It will be considered as principal only. Now suppose, but some of the friends are not very good, they are asking for the extra money, you have to pay 100 rupees for at least, that will be considered as amount. Suppose you have to pay after 2 years. What is this? Time, right? After time 2 years you are paying 100 rupees. Okay, and at what percentage? Suppose it is 2%. This is the rate which you have to pay when you are paying the amount. That means what we have to deal with? We have to deal with the principal, rate and the time here, and we have to find the amount. This is very important term or topic in case of comparing quantities chapter. So everything is given here, principal, rate and time is also given, which is 3 years here. Yes, it is mentioned in the question. What you have to find? Amount. What is the formula to find the amount? Let me tell you. The amount formula is principal plus interest. Whatever principal you have taken, along with that we have to pay interest. But we have one formula also to find the interest. Interest formula is, interest here we are talking about is simple interest, not the compounded one, which we will discuss in our class 8. So simple interest here is principal P into R into T by 100. Let me abbreviate it. P for principal, this one. R for rate, that means it is always indicated by percentage, and time is always indicated by years. Whether it is, if it is in days, that you have to convert into years only. Okay, divided by 100 is the formula. What is the principal? Principal amount which we have taken is 1200. At what percentage? 12%. For how many years you are taking a loan? 3 years. Now, what we have to find? We have to find amount. But before that, we have to find the interest. For 3 years, how much he has to pay extra along with the principal. So, that's why we are finding the interest. So, let us deduct this. It is over now, 0, 0. 12 into 12 into 3 is the remaining. So, 12 into 12 is 144 into 3. If we multiply this, 4 3 is 12. 4 3 is 12, 13, 3 1 is 3, 4. 432 extra rupees he has to pay. That is as a interest. Now, if I go for finding amount means principal plus interest. Principal amount was 1200. An extra amount which he has to pay is rupees 432. The amount which he has to pay after 3 years is 1632. When you go to bank, this type of interest, this type of term, that is principal, we will hear many a time. So now I hope you got the concept. You can ask your parents also, sir, ma'am, mom, what is the percentage, what is the time we are taking? Suppose your parents are taking some loan, at what, for how many years you are taking, right? For how much, after that year, how much interest you are giving. So this is the way of actual calculation. Okay, this is the main formula which actually bank people also use to get the value. Alright. Next, same thing is given in the next question, that is principal is mentioned. Okay, at 5%, but the time is 3 years only. So let me write the time here, 3 years. Let me write the formula. Interest is equal to SI also you can say it. Okay, SI is equal to P into R into T by 100. P for principal, R for rate, T for time, divided by 100. After getting that, you have to find the amount, which formula is principal plus interest. If suppose in the question you have to find only interest, then no need to find the amount. Okay, that is the way of solving it. So this will be a home assignment, this will be a home task. Tell me what is the amount he has to pay it. Okay. Alright, next. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56000 in 2 years? So this question is absolutely related to this formula, the previous question. So the formula which we have is I is equal to P into R into T by 100. Now the question comes, what we have to find? The question says that what rate? Rate means this rate, R, capital R. Right, so that means we can derive our formula to find the rate, that is P into T will be below and I into 100 will be there. So if suppose you have to find the time, then same thing you'll be doing. That is P into R will be down there, I into 100. So if you have to find time, this is the formula. If you have to find rate, you have to use this formula. And if there is interest, this is the formula. If you have to find 100, how you will find 100? 100 itself is a value, right? Okay, now here, let us forget about time. Here we have to find the rate. Why? Because in the question they have said what rate gives 280 as an interest. So interest is already given in the question 280. Read the question very carefully and solve it. On a sum means the principal it is given rupees 56000. For how many years? For 2 years. Time is also given. Everything is mentioned. So let us find the rate. I into 100 divided by P into T is the formula. Yes, already I have disclosed the formula. Now your job is to remember this. 280 is the interest into 100 divided by P value is 56,000 into for 2 years. We are taking the amount. So the time. So 00 gets deducted over here, 10 gets deducted over here. We can cut here 28 ones are 28 2 is 56. So it is 1/4%, which can also be written as, so if I divide this 4 by 1, 4 2 8, 2 there, 0.25%. Why I am writing percentage? Because rate is every time denoted as percentage sign. If you are not mentioning percentage, then you are wrong. Okay, I am telling once again that percentage is represented by rate. Rate should be always mentioned with percentage. Don't forget to do that. Okay, so 0.25% is an absolutely correct answer. So you got the formula to find the rate. You got the formula to find the interest now. Now your job is to solve various sum which is related to such question. Okay, now let's do the question number 11. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45, so interest is already given, that is rupees how much? 45. For 1 year, the time is also mentioned here, that is 1 year, at 9% rate per annum. That means rate is also mentioned, that is 9%. What is the sum he has borrowed? She has borrowed. She has borrowed means the principal amount. What is the principal amount that she has borrowed or he has borrowed, that we have to find. Now interest is already known to us. Now whenever we have to find the principal, from here only we can derive this formula. Just have a look. We know the main formula, that is Pi is equal to P into R into T by 100. From here let us calculate the principal. P, if you have to calculate, if you have to find, then we can use the formula. I into 100 is common for everyone. Only these are going, in the denominator it is going to change. Now I value is 45. Absolutely, into 100. What is the R? 9% rate. For how many years? 1. So 9 5s are 45 and 5 into 100 is rupees 500. 5 into 100 is rupees 500. So how much amount she has borrowed? So she has borrowed how many? 500 rupees. How much? 500 rupees. So you will write therefore she has borrowed rupees 500. Isn't it very simple? So we came to know about the formula of principal also now. Now with this question we are over with the exercise 8.3 as well as we are over with the chapter number 8, that is comparing quantities. I hope you people understood whatever we did. In this chapter we have dealt about various formula. So I request you all to remember those formula, as because without the formula you people will not be able to solve any of the sums. Okay, so this much for today. Thank you everyone for joining the class.